What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I promised y'all a video this Saturday. I put something on my community post telling y'all that I was taking a new path in life, or my life turned down a new path, and I was going to update you guys this Saturday, which is today, on what was going on. And yeah, so if you have not noticed, the last two videos I uploaded have been taken down off of this channel, unfortunately. And yeah, I kind of want to update you guys on what happened during this quarantine, and yeah, and what's gonna happen in the future. This is so ugly, but I have this sitting right here. So yeah, the last two videos on my channel have been taken down, as well as my Instagram look a little different. The pictures gone off my Instagram. And yeah, so I know this picture is cricket, guys. So I was waiting to, let me say this, I was waiting to Saturday to upload this I was waiting to Saturday to film this video because that picture was coming in, and I ordered two of those. It was supposed to be one on this side, one on that side, but only one came. And then when I put that one up, I put it up too high, and I also put it cricket. So I know this cricket, whatever. Anyway, back to where we are. So yes, the pictures is gone, the videos is gone, and I want to update you guys on kind of what happened during this quarantine and what's happening next. So my best friend told me don't upload a video, but I feel like it's therapeutic for me to talk about stuff because I kind of hold everything in. I'm used to holding everything in all the time, and I kind of use YouTube as like a therapeutic way, like for me to like express my emotions, get different point of views and stuff like that. If I cry, I'm just gonna like cut the clip. So if like you see me, my eye tried to water and the clip cuts because I have to like take a minute to breathe. And yeah, so you guys know last November, December, I had hit a real bad depression, and I ended up coming out of it around like January. I was like really good in January. I was out of my depression. Everything was good. January was really good. February was really good. March was good, but April was, stuff hit the fan in April. So I will say I started probably like at the beginning of April. I started to feel like a little uncomfortable in the household that I was like in all the time. Not that anybody had done anything to me. Those are wonderful people, you know. Sometimes you just go through things within yourself. Yeah, sometimes you just go through things within yourself, and I was just starting to feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I felt a little uncomfortable in the household I was in, so I just started to like, you know, sit back, be a little quiet, not all over the house. Y'all know, y'all used to see me post everything on my story, like all around the house and stuff, chilling, hanging out, doing whatever. And yeah, April I started to feel uncomfortable. That is my truth. Like I said, not that anybody did anything to me, wonderful people. And I started to feel like a little insecure in myself, and something happened in my family. It had like really nothing to do with me, no effect to me, but my name was brought up in it, and my mom's name was brought up in it. If you don't know, my mom died from suicide, so it's a little hard for me to film this video. I don't think it's gonna be easy ever, so I'm just gonna, but yeah. And so when whatever happened in my family and I was brought up, my name was brought up, my mom's name was brought up. We didn't have nothing to do with the situation, but we were just brought up to throw like a dagger at somebody else. When something happened in my family, I called somebody else in my family like to talk about it. You know, when something happened in your family and you call somebody else to talk about it. So I called somebody else to talk, like just to talk about what happened. You know, like, hey, so and so, you heard this happened? That's crazy, one of those situations. And that person ended up revealing to me something, you know, just about my life that kind of like changed the dynamics of me from that point on. Like I said, it's happened in April. Today is only like May 2nd. So what they revealed to me was, as you guys know, like I said, as you guys know, my mom, you know, she passed me suicide or whatever. But what that person revealed to me was that the whole time, well, my entire life dealing with my mom's suicide and stuff, you know, I just thought that, you know, she had just hit a, you know, a dark place and she wasn't, you know, able to come out of it. And that's like my entire life. You know, people always have asked me why and stuff. And I just, you know, she hit a dark place and she wasn't able to come out of it. But on that phone call with that person talking about the stuff that was going on in the family, they revealed to me that schizophrenia actually runs on my mother's side of the family. And that no one ever told me, but she was developing, I guess, you know, the schizophrenia. So it's like at that moment, like my entire life, like kind of like flashed before my eyes, not flashed before my eyes, but I kind of processed my entire life over again. And in that moment, I kind of felt like, dang, you know, nobody ever told me that schizophrenia runs in my family. Nobody ever told me that she was developing signs of schizophrenia. Like, nobody ever told me this. And it kind of makes you feel like, it's almost like somebody telling you you was adopted. Like, you grown and somebody telling you, yeah, and so you were adopted. That's how it felt. So, when they told me about the schizophrenia, how it runs in my family, and this person has it, and that person has it, and that person has it, and that my mom was actually mentally sick, which is why she did what she did, it scared me. And like I said, it made me process like my entire life in a whole new perspective. And I started seeing stuff that like happened in the past, and like kind of connecting the dots where I missed the loop, that it was like mental illness. And it changed me from that point. Like I said, this was in April, a few weeks ago. So I immediately just felt like, not like that my life was a lie or that anybody had lied to me, but I kind of felt like, it was just like, dang, I just like replayed my entire life in my head, and it's like, I can't believe I missed that. And the reason why it had me so shook about finding out that information is because so many different people have signs of like schizophrenia now that I know it and I can see it. And then I instantly researched about it, and you know, the research let me know that I'm at risk because it runs in my genetics, and I'm also at a double risk for developing schizophrenia. Yeah, research let me know I'm at a double risk because not only does it run in my family, but also I've been through a significant amount of trauma throughout my life, and so I just kind of have like, I don't know, that 70% chance. That's what research is telling me. And so it kind of got me to a point where I got depressed, and I got really scared of myself and my emotions. And I was like scared of possibly like, you know, that happening to me one day, where all the stuff I've been through kind of make me go crazy or something. So I kind of went into like shut down silent mode, not only with like within myself, but like in my relationship. I started to just be like scared of myself, scared to talk about how I was feeling. I kind of just like sat in a room all day researching, dealing with my emotions. Well, not even dealing with them, trying to suppress my emotions, not wanting to talk. And it scared me like so bad because like my mom, her father died when she was young, and I don't know how bad of an effect that played on her mental health, you know, to lead her down that path to mental illness. And with me dealing with her death at a young age, and then heartbreak after heartbreak, and different things I had to experience growing up. I'm like, is that going to lead me down that path? You know what I'm saying? Growing up, and am I going to develop it? So during April, I was just like real insecure, like just like in myself, scared of myself, scared of what I was going to like become. All while, you know, being trapped inside during the quarantine. And like I said, uncomfortable in the space I was in. So I would just literally just sit in the room like all day and just think myself crazy. And I started to like kind of just hate, not even hate myself, but just hate who I was, because I felt like it was no way of like escaping my reality. And I also felt like I didn't have a choice. And if I could like mentally be happy with who I was, mentally be happy and be settled with all that has happened to me and what I've been through. So every day I was just depressed and down, silent, and dealing with that. And the more I sat there, like I said, I wasn't happy with who I was mentally and how sad I would become every day. And that played a role in my relationship. I know y'all wondering like, why are you talking about this? This don't go with, but it all packs. So yeah, I was just uncomfortable. And then I was dealing with all of that. And the more I sat there in the month of April, I had a real hatred for, I had a real hatred for all that I've been through. And I felt like there was no way that I could escape all these emotions out of my head. And so that, from the outside looking in, like I said, in the household I was in, all the people around me, like I would just be in the room all day, just sitting there quiet, not saying much, because I don't like to, I don't like to show emotions around people. I don't like to cry around people. I don't like to do none of that. So all the people I was around, they didn't know what was wrong with me. They didn't, they couldn't figure it out. And my energy kind of altered everybody else's energy that was around me, because the people who I was around, they're like really family oriented and close and stuff. And then it's just this one person, I guess, kind of sitting around isolated while everybody else is, happy and moving and upbeat. And all while me being in that, that household, in that situation, it made me like a little bit more, even more sad, because I don't come from that closeness. I don't come from that stability. So it made me kind of, like, not even hate, but dislike the background that I came from. Because the background I came from kind of made me who I am, and made me this, it made me reserved and stuff. So, and since I'm like from the opposite, like I'm not from the close family, the happy close, nothing's going on family, but that's all that I'm around, I just kind of isolated myself. And yeah, that took a toll on the relationship. And so I started to like come home more and try to like find stuff for me to do, like fix up my room or order my bed and stuff, trying to get my room together. I try to come home more, to that way I can let my emotions out here and cry out here, what I'm saying, without anybody knowing. But that took a huge toll on my relationship. And I think, yeah, because nobody really knew what was going on with me. And me, I'm the type of person, I live with dealing with my emotions by myself for so long, that when anybody asked me like what was wrong, I would be like nothing. Or I wouldn't talk about it. I would just be like nothing, quiet, just sit there by myself, don't want to be bothered, because I was really dealing with like a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff in my head, like woo. So yes, that took a toll on everything, and that led to the demise. And I think a lot of people have like these, I think a lot of people have like these formed opinions about me, like she's too reserved, she's negative, or she's not even negative, she's too reserved, she's not family oriented and stuff like that. And the whole time I was just going through stuff. But fast forward. It's like I was going through stuff and then stuck in the house on quarantine, can't get out, can't go get my mind off nothing. Yeah, so that's what happened in April. And so now I've been at home, getting this room together, working. I got my very first 2 commissions at work this week, which is great. I've got this new routine for myself, working out and stuff. I got this fitness goal I'm about to meet. And I also got these 2 great books from Fave about how to just be happy and how just to create a happy life for yourself, you know, regardless of what you've been through, what you go through. And yeah, about just expressing myself and expressing my emotions, and it's helped a lot. I read every day, I journal every day. I know I seem like a little sad now, but that's because I'm like talking about it. And it's okay to be sad and feel, and I think that was my huge like lesson in all of this, is let it out. Because for 11 years, I've hid my emotions for 11 years. For 11 years, I didn't deal with, you know what I'm saying, what I need to deal with. And I say for 11 years because my mom died 11 years ago. For 11 years, I just stuffed everything away, and I feel like this was my breaking point. And crazy thing is every year they ask me to go to like my mom's grave and stuff, and I don't go. Everybody else goes, I don't go. But like on the day when all this stuff ended and it blew up, crazy thing is I drove across town fast as hell to her grave, and I just laid out there for hours. Like, God, give me answers. Somebody give me answers. Somebody tell me how to heal me. And that led me to finding these books that are really breaking me down in a good way, and helping me get through this. So now I have a daily ritual on things that I affirm every day. I got a newfound hope in me being healed from all of this stuff. And I'm doing very, like, aside from, you know, being emotional about what happened, but I have like a newfound hope for life. Like, I got a newfound hope. Not even a newfound hope. I just have a new outlook on expressing myself, talking to people, letting my guard down. Because it's healthy. And me holding everything in for 11 years has like deterred me from so many people, things, opportunities. So, yeah. The books have helped me. These books is breaking me down, like I said, in the best way. These books are helping me, and you know what I'm saying, with the relationship and stuff. Like, it showed me, like, I feel like I'm going through some type of like awakening, and it showed me like myself and how we can look at a relationship in the lens of the other person did all this to make it end, or this person did all this to end, but everything comes from you. And when you look at yourself and just base everything on you, because you can't control what the next person does or what the next person says. When you just look at everything from the lens of you, you can heal a lot of brokenness inside of you, and you can correct a lot of your, not even flaws, but just you can correct a lot of pain that you may think somebody else caused you, but you caused yourself. Because we create our own reality. And I created a lot of these different realities in my head about what was going on, or who didn't like me, or who made me feel uncomfortable. But I think it comes down to me not being comfortable with myself and me not being happy with myself, which altered the entire reality around me. So yeah, don't think I'm not doing good because I'm sad talking about it, but I'm doing very well. Reading, meditating, and journaling is the top 3 things that help. I also exercise every day now. Cause like I said, I got a fitness goal I want to meet. I want the flat stomach with the little curve and the big butt. So all that is helping, but I really think the biggest lesson in all of this for me was just to express myself and talk about it. Because the minute you do that, just like a release, instead of holding it in, bottling up, and having yourself reserved and having yourself, you know, your energy off from everybody else's, that lead to stuff like this happening. So if you're somebody who's going through something, or you got different issues that you're battling, talk about it. Talk about it with the people around you. Talk about it with a therapist. Talk about it. Communicate, express yourself, and learn how to deal with pain. Learn how to deal with everything, you know what I'm saying, that may have hurt you. Learn how to deal with it, and don't bottle it up, because whether you know it or not, you're projecting that energy on everybody around you, and they can feel it. And everybody don't know how to deal with people who go through depression. Everybody don't want to be around that. And people are fickle. People are very fickle. So you going through something yourself may lead somebody else to walk away from you. So people are very fickle. So be careful and just express yourself always. Even like I always try to use the excuses of I can't communicate right away because I need to process my emotions, when deep down inside I'm never processing the emotions. I just don't want to talk about it. So express yourself. Express yourself. Deal with your emotions. If you gotta cry right in there, cry. If you gotta talk right in there, talk. But this was a huge lesson for me. And I think now y'all just finna see my fitness, room makeover. I'm almost done too. Journaling, different stuff like that. But yeah, that's why the videos are going. My mental health kind of destroyed my relationship. Not to say I'm blaming myself or nothing like that, because, you know, it takes 2 people to, but just talk about your feelings. It'll help everybody who's surrounding you. Talk about it. Express yourself. Don't X people out. And if you have like pain and trauma from your childhood or past or anything that's happened to you, deal with it. I know for a long time I tried to take on many different things, like by being a good student, being a good daughter. I try to take on everything just to like not think about it and not deal with it, but you got to deal with your emotions and all your trauma before it deals with you. It took my trauma 23 years to deal with me, and I'm being dealt with, but it's an awakening, and it's almost like I feel restored, I feel renewed, and I'm able to see myself from a different lens. So I hope y'all able to understand what I said. I'm not sure. Just my mental health. If you want to take anything short, my mental health messed up my relationship. Yeah. So yeah. You'll just be seeing me. Love y'all. And let me go, because I'm finna go out to eat with my friends. But I don't, like I said, don't think I don't feel good. Don't think I don't feel restored. But me just talking about it, it made me emotional. So that's why I'm emotional right now. Because, you know, talking about it, expressing my emotions. But I do feel good. I feel restored. I got to do my journaling for today. I got to do my reading for today because it is the morning still. So, yeah. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all in another video.